I have the AC on, so I hope it's not going to be interfering, but it is hot as a witch's tit. It's yeah, like 100 degrees or something. So, yeah, I got my rose chapstick on, not on purpose. Gary, Gat, that was the easiest one to find. I didn't have to go digging and stuff, but I just wanted to show that because I love my rose chapstick that I got at the health food store. Or lip balm, whatever. What is it? Velida. Yeah, so that's... And it has the little... oh, look, I didn't even notice that before. This is the first time I've ever really looked at it. That's the... oh, it's going to be blurry. Anyway, I just noticed, I'm like, oh, I'm wearing my rose chapstick. Anyway, yeah, she's been coming through a lot. Anyway, good stuff, and it stays on too. It doesn't like, it's not all oily. It's got like some good beeswax in there. Anyway, side note, yeah, my little thing, this hat is a lot cuter. It looks like it just came out of a hospital or something, but it's actually a cute little like cotton thing I got at the thrift store, but it's, I gotta sew the little flower back on. So anyway, I just wanted to get on really quickly and just show that it's me, but yeah, I'm not feeling too cute to be on camera because I'm like kind of broken out a little bit, and yeah. So pretty red and flaky, tight skin, numb head. I don't want to go all into it, but it's teaching me how to be more tolerant. Because when you have an irritation that you can't get rid of, once you're done going out of your mind, however many times, you have to surrender at a certain point so that you can enjoy your life. So, but yeah, once it heals up, I'm going to get a cute little haircut, and I'll show you guys. I'm going to get it like tapered down real short, not like shaved, but, and then kind of a little bit shorter and spiky on the top. I'm going to bleach it, and I have this smoky pink, hair dye that I've been wanting to use, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some stuff. I don't know, maybe get like a little nose piercing, maybe a little tattoo. I don't know. I'm like, you know, just thinking about being a rebel kind of a little bit. So I'm gonna pull from this deck. I'm gonna do a little shamanic reading. So I have the shamanic tarot, and this for clarifiers. The manga. It's a very feminine, divine feminine deck because the knights and the queens are actually the kings. Okay, so it goes in that order. So the feminine's actually leading the way. And then we have our spirit animals. So animal dreaming. Scott Alexander King. Scott. Yeah. Okay, so, and then, what is that one? The secret language of animals. I can't read backwards. I just barely can read right now. Anyway, so, Chip Richards. Okay, so we'll pull from those after we throw some tarot. We have the shamanic healing. Very important right now. So just in case you guys want to find those decks, I like to show the box and if you want to look up the artwork. That's a little dark. Yeah, there we go. Does it have oh, Dara Kaplan. Oh, we can't see that. Oh, yeah, Dara. Okay, so this will be the first one we throw. This is going to be kind of a general one, okay, for the different signs. Fixed, mutable, and cardinal. That's what I am, a cardinal, yeah. And so we're going to start with, because the moon just came out of Taurus and is going into Gemini, we're going to start with the those are mutable, right? Okay, let me not sound like an idiot here. I think the mutable, the fixed, right, are right after the cardinal signs, I believe. They hold the energy of the cardinal sign right before it. And then the mutable is the transition of that energy into the next cardinal sign. Right, fixed sign. Okay, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Okay, so this is for Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Okay, these are the fixed signs. These are the ones that come right after the cardinal sign, which would be Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Libra, which are 3 of the 4 men in my family, besides my brother, who's a triple Taurus. So, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. Okay, so this moon was very heavy for me. When it entered on the 19th, I was very weepy about, like, okay, that romance card, Zofkiel, was it? Thinking about past loves and losses and and heartbreak. So, yesterday I just had a really nice strong beer, just a little 12-ounce beer that took me like all day to drink, okay? And just laid on the couch and just watched my Tibetan movie that I watched. That's a double back-to-back one that lasts 3 hours, and I've watched a couple of my twin flame family out here and just let my son just make noise, spin his tricycle wheels, jump around, bounce off the walls, and I just relaxed and just tried to sleep. Like I did. Yeah, those 2 times I went to jail for the same thing, double jeopardy. I didn't think that could happen, but yeah, apparently the second time when I went back I was pregnant. So yeah, all those people are getting their karma, or if they've not gotten it already. I'm going to start a blog about just Morgellons for one. Just so people don't have to be ashamed and afraid, because I found one blog that I really resonated with, but sorry I'm not looking into the camera, I'm just like looking around at my stuff that comforts me, but I'm thinking because I have my ice cream machine right there. It's in the freezer waiting to make some organic pumpkin ice cream, because I have this organic canned pumpkin in the, sorry I'm itching, I'm broken out, I got this rash, bumps all over me. So baking soda baths every day, taking boron tablets. We're just testing things out to see how they work. Might have to up the dose. It's the same as drinking borax. You can take borax baths, all that. Anyway, so the Morgellons blog, I'm going to start that. Once I get that up and going, I'll start posting the link to that in every one of my videos, twin flame, whatever it is. I'm going to share the link to that in every video. And in all the Morgellons videos, I believe the link to Phoenix Rising's channel. She has a great video, the very first video she ever made on her channel. She only has like 7 videos on there. It's about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. She did extensive research. She's already done all the work, a lot of the work, as far as like facts, names, dates, when chemtrails first started, all that. She's a nurse, or was an RN. She may be retired, I'm not sure if she's still an active nurse or not, but she had Morgellons. I believe she's cured. Like I said, she only has like 7 videos, so I haven't, it's not like, you know, a current, like, what's going on, what's up with, Candy actually is her name, which is my mother's name. She doesn't like Candy, she likes Candace. The Kandakes, and y'all can look that up, Kandake. Kandake. The AKE. Oh, Lord. The good Lord above, thank you for having mercy on us. Oh, we're so lost down here. We're trying to find our way. Thank you for letting us live under your grace. So, we're going to have some organic pumpkin ice cream today. So anyway, the Venus ruling, the moon was in a sign that rules Venus. Okay, so, and I saw proof of this with other people too. Just that, Like you felt when you got your first heart broken from your first boyfriend, whatever that was, okay? It was like that. Kind of like... Just... That was the energies. There was no real reason to be feeling like that, but... I love Gemini energy, so... I believe that's what the moon's going into, and we're right up the cusp of Cancer now, so... Which is my moon sign, which is the opposite of Capricorn, which is my sun sign. I'm a Capricorn, Sag rising, and Cancer moon. So, when I make the ice cream, I will share that as well, all the ingredients. We're going to be using maple syrup, cage-free eggs, organic canned pumpkin, organic half and half. I won't eat it in front of you guys. I won't do that to you. So, what do we say? Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. So, I'm going to get the camera off me now. Because, obviously, I mean, yeah, black circles under my eyes. And, it's, yeah. I don't have anything against the color. But, I have those really anyway because it's just genetic on my dad's side of the family. Kind of my mom's too, actually, but we just have those, like, German, like, whatever, Jew blood that gives us those kind of, certain ethnicities have dark circles like that naturally, but they're really pronounced. Because I was crying, and so, like I said, I just crap napped yesterday. Just one more time. And, okay. Up straight up. Alright. What's on the bottom? Oh, that's the moon. Well then. So, all my fixed signs, they're kind of warriors if you think about it. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. So Aquarius is like the spiritual warrior. Taurus is like the earth, the warrior of the earth. That pillar of physical strength and prowess, that everything you need down here, the looks, the money, okay, so, I mean, this is just general energies. Okay, so we're speaking metaphorically, okay? Metaphysically and stuff, so. Scorpio has that exoskeleton, okay, so they can dig, like little detectives in the dark, and so that's why they're the death card, which is very shaman. What just flipped over? Oh, 2 queens, hubba hubba. And 2 of cups on the bottom. Spiral on his heart. Ace of Wands. Okay, we're going to take these. So there's Queen of the Earth. Queen of Fire. So, the feminine Leo. The feminine Taurus. Okay, and then we have 2 of Cups, Ace of Wands. So that's very much union. Especially Twin Flame, because it's the Ace of Wands, so that's the energetic integration of the 2 light bodies, okay? So that's the Ace of Wands right there. And you can consider that the 3rd energy, okay? So when you merge, your light, your electricity, okay? Your energy. And this would be the union of heart and soul, love, emotion, 2 of Cups. And it's the 2 of stones, yeah, because it's drums, bows, stones, and bones. So bones are fire, stones are cups for the crystal, the water, okay. Then we have the drums, earth. Okay, the heartbeat, Gaia, earth. And then we have the bones, the fire, burnt up, smited. All right, so. Okay, and there's the high priestess on the bottom. Just wanted to show up. 9 of cups. We'll take those. So, your intuition. So the feminine, fire, and earth are leading the way right now. Especially for some union, some romance, twin flames. What wanted to come out right there? 10 of drums, 10 of pentacles. So, right on the money is what they're saying. Right on the money, honey, with what you're saying. So the message is your intuition is going to bring forth your dreams. So this is the 9 of cups, the 9 of stones, which there's the crystal. So there's a genie granting your wish, but it's your intuition that's going to grant you those wishes. Witching. So, like Greenwich, the Green Witch. I had an ex whose best friend's niece, when she was really little, she couldn't say Gretchen, which is my legal first name. I go by Anna, my middle name now, but she used to say Greenwich, like Greenwich Village, okay, which is Green Witch, okay? And that's the healer, okay? The high priestess. Use your gifts, use your intuition to grant your own wish. Okay, so you don't have to do any magic tricks. It said they're saying you don't have to do any spells or magic tricks. You just use your inner gifts. And it comes from the feminine. Okay, the fire, the grounding. Okay, grounding to the earth. This is the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Bones. Okay, that's the feminine energy. So this is spirit of the divine feminine. Okay, the fire, the electric. And grounding it into the earth. So the masculine and feminine aspects of, I'll say women, okay? The masculine and feminine aspects of women being balanced is very important, okay? This doesn't have to do with gay or straight, okay? Women, if you associate with being a woman, this is about you balancing your masculine and feminine essences, bodies, aspects, whatever you want to call them. 2, 9, that equals 11. Wait a second. Why did I think that was good? You guys probably just saw that too. There's a number on there. I didn't even realize. Okay, I got the Queen of Pentacles. But see, it's the 7 of Pentacles. So this has to do with growth and patience. But the Queen of Pentacles, if you think of the Queen of Pentacles, she's very stable in her masculine energy. She's very balanced. Because she knows what to do to take care of herself and get things done, make her way in the world. So we'll see if the Queen of Pentacles comes out. So that's the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I know why that came out. Thank you. And see all these birds, okay, and they bring a song, they bring a message. Pigeons represent bringing messages, which is why they used them in ancient times, or not even so ancient. They still use them, I think, probably. You know, messenger pigeons and stuff. So I was watching something about the Book of Enoch, and they were talking about how Archangel Raphael, which is I associate myself with the emerald ray. You see the emerald colors in this, okay, too, and earth, so it's very green. green and gold, very healing. So Archangel Raphael is also known as the Archangel of blossoming and ripening fruit, which I never knew. I haven't really researched that a lot. I'm busy quite a bit with just my normal 3D life, but I try to, do what I can when I feel inspired to do research. A lot of it is like Morgellon stuff, and that can just really be just nauseating and give you a headache, so I like to take long breaks from it. But, and of course it's more interesting to watch stuff on YouTube, and I don't watch TV or anything like that, or listen to radio. I really don't even listen to music, really, to tell you the truth. But I don't have a lot of energy, so, but a lot of the research that I am going to be doing is going to be on the blog that I start for the Morgellons, but and I'll probably start another one that has to do with angels as well, because that's another topic I really want to research and delve into and really learn about, like really get right on with it and know which planets they govern, all the, really all the different levels, principalities, so on and so forth. So Archangel Raphael, blossoming, ripening fruit, the Seven of Pentacles, and I don't have that deck out here, but in the Harmonious deck, it's a very fairy tale like, whimsical, lots of flowers and leaves and stuff, but the man in the picture of the Seven of Pentacles is blowing like a trumpet flower, okay? Like if you know a trumpet flower tree, they look like these big yellow trumpets, or maybe they're a different color, I don't know. But lots of flowers have that like trumpet kind of okay, so, and I was thinking, I think I mentioned that in one, because I was associating it with, it looks like he's blowing a trumpet. That's like Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so that's the Seven of Pentacles. And then come to find out they probably did that for a reason, on purpose, because he's the Archangel of blossoming and ripening fruit. So after all this healing, purging, it's like this blossoming, this ripening, okay, of the divine feminine. Pow, right? The fire. Here she comes. Here she comes, walking down the street. Whatever. We were all monkeys, right? Petri dish experiment. It's a battleground. I don't know. We don't know what it is. We're trying to figure it out. That's why we get cards, and it's kind of more fun than, reading stuff all the time. So I do plenty of that. And Morgellons affects your eyes, so it's hard to see sometimes. So we're going to be reporting all this stuff. So when we take a supplement, we also research foods that are high, rich in that thing. So coffee is rich in boron. Go figure. And all the things that I love, walnuts, bananas, avocados, raisins was one of the, and I have a whole thing of organic raisins in there, and dried cherries, sour cherries. So we're going to look up those and see what sour cherries. I've been loving cherries lately, and I got a big bag from the food bank of dried sour cherries, so I was thinking of making some sour cherry and walnut chocolate clusters. Oh, what, baby? Did y'all see that? I knew to pull the Ace of Wands and Two of Cups. 'Cause there's the lovers. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm a 70s child. I like, I was in love with the boys on Chips. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, maybe that's the A-Team. I'm getting them all beat mixed together. So, it looks like the awakening of the self, the blossoming of our creative fire. Right. We've progressed. Here's the wheel. Our good karma's coming in. I was just telling my best friend who's a Pisces. I'm going to do her chart. I got to figure out what the rest of... I know she's a fiery Pisces. She's one of those friends that got your back. So this wheel, okay, has all these ancient symbols on them. There's 4 sperm, okay, coming in from the 4 directions. Okay, those are like the 4 cardinal directions. We're doing fixed signs that hold the energy of the cardinal, okay? And see how this looks like an egg? There's like a weird reflection on this card. That's weird. That looks weird. Maybe it doesn't on the screen, but okay. At this angle it does. Anyway, so here's like this egg, okay? That's being... They're trying to penetrate it. All these sperm are trying to penetrate this egg, okay? So, but it has a protective sheath. Sheath kept coming to me. And that's another thing, the myelin sheath, or myelin, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to talk about that. I'm really going to do really deep, intensive, extensive research. This Morgellon's blog is going to be very good, okay? Even if you don't have Morgellons, you need to, it's very important that people understand, because you can have all kinds of symptoms that look like a flu, a rash, and all these different things. I have all these lumps on the back of my head and my neck, and they're like, oh, that's just nodule. Lots of people have nodules. I'm like, this isn't right. You know, because things can start going wacky with your immune system. You can get cancer and all, you know, so you gotta really press, be your own advocate, okay? So I'm gonna be a support team for those people too. Like, go get your second opinion. You don't like it, go get your third. I'm going in for my third. I already had my second. I don't like the results of that. I'll go in for my fourth. I'll take my money elsewhere and say, well, this clinic isn't serving me anymore. There's however many other clinics in this town. I'm going to go to another one then, you know? Money talks and bullshit walks. So, and especially if you're like on Medi-Cal, they like to pump you for, you know, you wait all these months to get an appointment, then it's a 10-minute little just treatment determinability, whatever, appointment, okay? So I'm going to really help people, because my dad was saying that, he's like, you're really going to help a lot of people. I'm like, I'm dying over here. I'm not going to help shit. But I've really gotten to a place where I'm ready I have a microscope. I have all this documentation. I've done my research. I've been a guinea pig. I've probably looked at every Morgellons channel that's out here, so I know who's legit and who's full of shit. So, that's not a sidetrack. This is a big, death and rebirth. This is a big part of my shamanic death, my ego death. Looking at yourself clearly and seeing, I was telling my best friend, I'm like, look, we're getting karma from past lives. We can't be this victim of and we did wrong. I took people for granted. I was with a Virgo for 9 years who was actually a pretty good guy, and I took him for granted. We probably both took each other for granted. That's what everybody does, nitpicky, stupid bullshit, And then just imagine if you were to lose that person, they got in a tragic car accident, That's why I would make myself think of those thoughts sometimes when I would be very angry at people. People who have really, really hurt me. And I think, man, like both my parents, they've been suicidal, a niece, man, I'll go into all that stuff. And I had to do that today in an email with a worker, because I'm trying to get my benefits for myself and my son because of the situation, autism. My best friend's mother has Alzheimer's, and she's dealing with that and taking care of her son by herself. And the autism and Alzheimer's and all these illnesses and diseases don't need to exist. They don't actually exist, okay? They're man-made by these evil oligarchy, whatever you want to call them, the nameless, faceless, dark actors. So I like to write, and people don't like to watch long videos and stuff, and they rather see cards and not hear true life stuff. So people who actually like to read, I'm going to do that research for them. but I will put the link in the videos. So if you're someone who's like me, who likes both, then you can go check that out. And I'm just seeing if any other cards want. I don't really need any clarification. We stopped on the Knave of Pentacles. And this is how it was showing that big giant eagle right there. That is the knight. That's right. The females are the knights in this deck. Oh, that's interesting, because this is Divine Feminine, so is the manga deck, and I was called to pull the manga deck for clarification. So there's the big giant. I'm not sure if that's a golden eagle, what kind of eagle that is, but that's the knight. You can see her beautiful golden hair. Sorry, I'm like just trying to show you how the cards, when that flipped out, how they stopped. So there's that Knave of Pentacles and Knight of Air. So that's like the Knight of Swords right there, because those are bows. Okay, that's the bow, not the arrow, but the bow, and that's the air. Okay, so and there's the Ace of Pentacles right there. We have the Ace of Wands. Tangible, physical union as well as energetic union. Here's another 7. 7 of Fire. It's defeating the giant with self-empowerment. Look at how, you know, oh, we could never defeat whatever, our fears. Look how giant they look, okay? But this is someone who stands in their truth. It doesn't matter how big and scary what the fear looks like or how it makes them feel. They stand in truth always. The light of God, which is love, that's the only truth. So that's the only truth. That's the ultimate truth. So this is someone who loves themselves enough to stand in their truth and not be afraid. Because they love themselves, so they don't really care if anybody else loves them. And self-love comes from knowing God's love. You're like, wow, God really loves... And you hear that when you watch a lot of like Christian videos or whatever, people that go out on the street and they're street preachers and stuff, and some people are really just depressed, and they're like, wow, someone loves me that much. Like, I've heard that time and time again from people, and it makes you love yourself. You never even looked at yourself in that way. That's what I mean by seeing yourself, seeing the world, seeing people through God's eyes. I mean, having to forgive people who have molested you, raped you, stolen from you, cheated on you, lied to you, hurt your children, killed your dog, poisoned your dog. Okay, these are horrible things that people have suffered. But we can't hate, we have to love, and we have to love ourselves. And not only love thy enemy, but bless them. You might melt their heart and transform them into love by doing that. Because you might be the only person that's ever done that before in their life. Just like God has done for many people. The 7 of Wands is feeling very powerful to me right now. This is like Goliath slaying the giant. These are aspects of ourselves. This is like the little chihuahua that doesn't realize how little they are. They just know their truth, and they're like, you ain't coming in this house, motherfucker. Right? My next door neighbor, Piner, he don't fuck around. He's a little, like, 1 pound chihuahua. He's a little guard dog. He's my buddy. He's cool. So this is you standing in your truth, standing in your power. This is self-empowerment. But the way to not be afraid of the world is to not be afraid of the things that you harbor within you. You may not ever be able to get rid of the memories of being raped or molested or whatever it is, okay? It's not about forgetting. It's about overcoming, transcending. Becoming more tolerant, more patient. Because love is patient and kind, okay? Loving isn't tit for tat. Sometimes it's tit and kitty cat, but I'm just saying. Okay, we're not gonna get like, cause God, there's like the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers freaking flipped out. This karmic card as well. This is progress and good fortune coming in. Okay, which is what I told my Pisces best friend. I got off on all these tangents. Okay, but we're coming back to it. Brain fog and all that. Please be patient. My myelin sheath is disintegrating. I'm not even going to explain stuff. I'm just going to have you guys go look up stuff. Myelin sheath. That's why I kept getting sheath from the King of Swords. Because he had his sword, but his sheath was sticking out. It kept that. I swear to God, the Harmonious deck from Los Scarabeo. The Harmonious deck, okay? Yes, the King of Pentacles one kind of looks racist, but I've transcended that and I tell my own story, okay? He's a king. He's inside all the time. Those are his children, actually, and they're always outside playing, so that's why they're so dark, okay? So, but it's a really old deck, but, there's so much meaning in the pictures of the cards, and it's not everyone's style or whatever, but gosh, there's the more and more I work with that deck, it's like I keep discovering new things about it. It's amazing. So the Harmonious, I have the mini version. It's the Harmonious deck from Los Scarabeo. So anyway, the Seven of Wands is very important. Let's see, we were in Aries moon, then we went into Taurus. Yeah, bing bang. I feel like I've been bing bong boomed all over the place. Okay, now we're going into Gemini. But so that's kind of, if you work Gemini energies right, you can really be balanced. So you can come out with this fire, but you stand in your power. You don't need to start like swinging, That's not Seven of Wands. This is throat chakra. Oh, okay, and that's what I was getting for either the solstice reading or one of the ones that I just did, the weekly twin flame, something. A temperance card from the Wild Unknown deck. Throat chakra. Okay. So, and the 2 sevens. And I was thinking that was the Queen of Pentacles, so I want to see where the Queen of Pentacles is in here. The queens have that little necklace thing, that's right. Okay, so should be quite easy to find. So there's only 3 other ones in here. So the Queen of Pentacles is right next to the Devil card. And the Knave of Fire. The Knave of Wands. So perhaps a younger fire sign. My twin's about 12 and a half years younger than me. He's a Leo rising. Okay. This also could be, your child. My son's a double Leo. So sometimes when I see the Knave of Wands and there's the Queen of Pentacles, which is me, Capricorn, so that could be my son. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, there's a lot more love happening now and cooperation, and the 3 of Pentacles was the very next one. So, yeah, and 2 of Pentacles, very much more balanced with the cooperation and being more loving and appreciative. We had a couple, those couple last days, that moon in Taurus was quite a dinger for me. That's why, I was like, oh, I'm just going to wake up and feel so good. And no, yesterday I felt it still. That's why I'm like, forget this. I'm checking out. I'm laying on the couch and vegging out. Not even feeling this energy at all. So, yeah. There was a devil. Some stuff came up. So, there's processing that needs to go on before you speak your truth. And even if you just talk to yourself or do a vlog or whatever it is, it doesn't mean you're having a conversation in the flesh with someone, okay? So, but there's processes that need to take place before those happen, right? Before that stuff happens, before you write, okay? You have to think about, right? It all starts with the thought. It always leads back to that. Damn it. Okay, look what I opened right up to. Sometimes I just like to split the deck and see if I get some kind of wrap it up card. There's the death card. Perfect for shamanic. There, that's what he's doing right there. His shamanic death, killing the ego. That's how we transcend the 3D. That's how we make the 3D this. A golden seed. And we create whatever we want down here. That's how it's supposed to be. But we have all this interference. Look at that. Right next to that was the Eight of Pentacles, and he looks like he's doing similar, perhaps a rain dance. Kind of looks like a rain dance, okay? He's doing work to bring in the water, the rain, for the crops to grow. Okay, that Ace of Pentacles. We got to be water. You know, what is water? Water purifies. Water helps things to grow. So it encourages, right? Helping things to grow is something that's encouraging. So it's encouraging the water to, he's encouraging the water to come, because that's what he is. He's water. Water encourages things to grow. It brings the truth. It brings the purity. It's encoded with God's truth and purity and encouragement. And we're mostly water. So we need to realize how powerful that is and stand in that truth. We have so much information already inside us. It's kind of like when you go to do research, it's kind of like just a confirmation. You're like, yeah, I was kind of feeling like I wanted to eat some raisins and some dried fruits and stuff. And then you look up raisins, dried apricots. These are all rich in boron, okay? Or you get gifted it, so, or you get it somehow, or it comes to you, okay? And then you realize, wow, okay, that's exactly what you need. I was wondering, oh, should I stop doing the coffee? I love it. I only have one cup in the morning, and, you know, come to find it, well, I have to see if instant has, it might even have more boron than regular coffee. But, so, you know, intuitive nutrition, we need to start doing everything from intuition. That's how we're going to manifest our dreams to come true. Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, by using our intuition, okay? And that comes from being unified internally and then with our environment. Being this love, okay, from source, because this is Major Arcana. Is that the only one we have besides the Wheel? Yeah, the Wheel and the Lovers. So that's also very, you know, karmic, lifetime after lifetime. See how their hands are wrapped together with the ribbon. There's a certain, like, it's called, I don't know, whatever it is, but where they wrap their arms. This is with the snake, though. That's the wisdom. See, it's the Divine Mother that unites them. The deep, okay? That's why, you know, when you say, oh, you're getting spiritual, you're getting deep, because that's the womb. That's the Divine Mother. That's your intuition. That's the truth, the water that unites us. That's the part of God, that's the feminine. Okay? So, you have to be that water to call in that water. And you have to do the ego death dance to transcend the pressure of the 3D world. And know that we don't have to fight back. We don't have to oppose it. It's just like wanting to have sex, okay? That urge that you have, that fire that's building inside you, if people know how to use that in a way to create, to lose weight, to get healthier, to have the energy to whatever, okay? No, they just want to waste it and have an orgasm. You know, we need to learn how to manage our energies. That includes our sexual energy. So, you know, that sexual energy can be channeled into things of a higher vibration than just, you know, exchanging bodily fluids or whatever, however you want to look at it. I might have to do a separate oracle, because this we kind of went on. I think I might do that. I'll do a tarot portion and then I'll do an oracle portion, but since this is a shamanic read, I am going to pull a shamanic oracle card, but I want to pull a clarifier for the seven. I was going to say for the 7 of Wands, just to make sure that I was right on track about that. Well, the 4 of Wands flipped out, and we all know what that means. We have the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, Ace of Fire, Ace of Earth. So energetically and physically being in union with the one that you've been with lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Queen of Wands is right there again at the bottom with the High Priestess, which is the priest, because the feminine is takes the lead in this deck, right? The Ace of Cups, the water. So, but literally I was getting women being balanced, whether you're gay or straight, being balanced, whether you're twin flame or not, being balanced, whether you being balanced in their masculine and feminine energy. Okay, so if we're not out exploding our juices everywhere, we can actually go deeper and deeper and higher with our intuition and start using that energy to manifest, okay? And that includes your union, okay? Your happy home that you always wanted. That's what I did. I never had a happy home. I do now, and I manifested the shit out of that, and I've shared that before. But I'm really going to start doing some vlogs to get this writer energy out of me, because I don't really want to do a book and have I don't know, I might one day. It's just, as soon as you do a book, there's so much more information. It's like, then you got to do part 2, part 3, I don't know. I'd rather just have it, you know, at least just starting a blog will be a lot easier, and just get it out there and get it written, and then I can compile that and make it a whatever, you know. But just writing it and getting it out is very important, and so that's coming to me. So I'm sure there's others out there, and especially if you're celibate, you know. And I don't even really, I'm sorry, but I don't even really barely masturbate. Maybe it's like that time of the month, just it helps relieve cramps and to help you go to sleep. I mean, it can, but for the most part, I use my sexual energy to learn, just have that zest for life, okay, and not waste it. That's that's the drive that gets me through the day, and allows me to keep my vibration high. 6 of Cups was at the top when that flipped out. What flipped out? Was it the 4 that flipped out? Yeah, and then we said Queen of Wands was at the bottom with the High Priestess again and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so that confirmed. I mean, the 4 of Wands didn't confirm, but they wanted that to come out. But the next 3 cards confirmed what I was saying, because those cards are the same, and the Ace of Cups I was saying with the water. Okay, so this is reunion right here. We have union and reunion. Okay, and this is what this is. Okay, union, but it's also reunion, because it's lifetime after lifetime. My voice is starting to crack. I need to get something to drink, but we're about done here. So this is a lot of really good energy, a lot of twin flame stuff, intuition to manifest your life exactly how you want it, standing in your power. Special message to women, okay, and especially the fire and the earth, because I was getting Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. So So the fire and the earth out of the fixed would be Taurus and Leo. Okay, women. Balance that masculine and feminine within. You have to put your masculine foot forward out into the world. You know the feminine leads the way. It's kind of like being more humble and letting someone else shine because you know you really aced the test or whatever, so let them brag about their C plus or what, you know. I don't know. You don't, you know, you if you have confidence, you don't need to go spouting off about it and shouting about it. It's an inner peace that it gives you, like, you know, it helps to create more self-love, and the more you love yourself, the more you feel empowered. So confidence building will come from balancing those energies, okay? So if you need to get more masculine, you know, working out more and doing things like that, okay? Writing more, doing more like just tangible work, like on the computer, whatever, more masculine, logical kind of stuff. But if you're more in the masculine, you need to balance out more with the, you know, feminine energy. Then maybe you need to go just ground more, get around water a lot. If you have a hot tub, whatever it is, get your feet in the dirt, get your hands in the dirt, get in the water, get your hands something in the water, right? Be around the sound of water. So earth and water, okay? So the fire, the masculine, would be like the more fiery action and more mental air stuff. Okay, the feminine's more the earth and the water. So yeah, I was gonna pull one of these. Of course, can't miss the. Did I show this? This is the shamanic healing. I think I showed that already. All right, so we're just going to pull one card from here. And just see how it all lines up. So for my fixed signs, whether you're a twin flame or not, some people believe everyone's a twin flame, some people don't. I don't know. I don't even know if what I'm experiencing is accurate. What I'm experiencing firsthand in my life. So you just have to trust yourself, your own thoughts and feelings and actions, and just go from there, and not really worry too much about the outside appearance of things and what things look like and sound like. You have to go more within and trust that, because that was given to you by God. The 3D world can be deceptive. We know that. And it can be a big letdown if you put too many expectations on it. You shouldn't put any expectation, really. Because that's saying that you understand. We don't really understand. There's so much understanding that's yet to be gained. We really don't come into full enlightenment until we pass on, and that's what happens with a lot of yogis. Enlightenment is what we would consider a physical death here on the 3D plane. You shed your fleshly vessel and you become pure spirit again. And that's what enlightenment is. So we prepare for that through the ego death. Shedding those layers. How do we, you know, the ego never truly dies, but we stop feeding it. I get so many. Joyce Myers is so metaphysical. She likes to be sly about it because, you know, she's trying to appeal to a lot of people, reach the most amount of people. So that's so smart of her. But she says things as above, so below, alpha, omega. She says all, so she knows. And she said in one of her sermons, how do you kill something? You stop feeding it. And that's where I got that. I don't know where she got it, but I got it from her. So I was going to see if one wants to pop. I don't really like to do this kind of shuffling a lot with these cards because they have a nice golden gilded edge. So I just wanted to see if any wanted to magically pop out for us. Are they going to give us a death card? Because we just got the death card. And this... Okay. There we go. Sacred... Oh, I thought it said sacred spiral, but it said sacred space. Well, here you go. It's sacred when you're with your sacred partner. Sacred. Secret. Okay? The wisdom, the serpent, the secret, the wise. Okay? It represents the Divine Mother. No need to be afraid of snakes. Okay? It's metaphysical. So here's the golden spiral of life. And if you see a seed, a golden seed, okay, I just say golden seed because they're from God, but if you see a seed germinate, and they have a long exposure and then they speed it up, you'll see as it germinates and sprouts, it's spiraling. It's spiraling up. So, that's your sacred space, your Four of Wands. You create it. You actually create this everywhere you go. Create and recreate. Okay? Union and reunion. It's a constant cycle, recycle, right? The death card is birth, death. Birth, growth, death, birth, growth, death. It's this process of transformation, just like the season. So 21 reduces to a 3, which is the Christ consciousness, and there's the golden. The Christos. Christos is golden. Chriso. Christo. Christos. This is all we are. That's why we start talking crazy talk, like we're just infinite, eternal, or not even infinite because that contains the word finite. We're eternal beings of golden light, or, you know, because really when you break it down, we can't, I'm not a lawyer or this or that, or even woman and man, okay, so we're eternal beings of golden light. Straight from God, okay? So sacred space is very important, and who you share that space with, make sure they're a sacred person as well, and they respect sacred space. And if they don't, it's not going to be a sacred space anymore. So maintain that sacred space. It's up to you, okay? So the bottom of the deck, when that came out, was letting go. So some people may literally need to let go of someone in order to get a sacred space or maintain a sacred space. Either they got to go or someone else has got to go. 33, okay, there's Christ. Master number 33. Christ consciousness, that's integration. That's transcending gender, all, everything. The light and the dark, transcending it all. Boom, that was right on the top. So, and here you see a white and a black bird, okay? So, sometimes if you can't integrate, right, they're just too different, then you just need to let go. Just let go and let God. There's nothing you can do. Just release it to God. When you're like, God, this is just too hard. My team's always like, just let go of the rope then. Just surrender. We never said you gotta, like, just, right? Go use the damn ointment so you can sleep. Whatever. No, I'm not gonna use pharmaceutical drugs and blah, blah. Just, oh God, I gotta use it. We never said just go do it. Go let go of the rope. Just go rub some tussin on it. Get some relief, okay? You don't have to keep suffering. We hold on because we don't know what else to do. All we've ever known is pain, so we just keep holding on to pain because that's all we know. Learn something else then. You gotta learn how to let go. And that means, like, your flesh too, the physical. It's not that you don't make yourself pretty and stuff like that. Yeah, I like to wear nice jewelry and a nice cute little outfit and do my little, I can't do my hair right now. That's why I have this, because I can't put anything in my hair but sesame oil, and that makes it all just poofy anyway. But it's about, you know, letting go of the need to be a slave to makeup and stuff like that. You know, so many people take it so seriously. Just make your, don't, I used to have this saying, like, don't take your sexy so seriously. Like, you see women in their black leather pants and they're like, got serious makeup and like a serious, like, seriously trying to be sexy. Like, it's okay to have like a sexy element, like wear like some cute leather pants, but like don't wear pumps and a tank top and like wear some cute leather pants, you know, but then maybe like some cute shoes that maybe are high heels but not like pumps, and then like a cute little like bohemian little like flower linen top or something, you know, like, you know what I mean? Just like, so many people take themselves so seriously with everything. Their car, their looks, all this 3D stuff is so serious. Oh, every little nick, any little dislike, any little negative comment, I can't let it go. I gotta respond to it. No. Let it go. Let it go. You gotta let it go, man. Because, you know, especially when you enter your sacred space, you shed that stuff at the door. Do not. That's why people sage and all that stuff, because there's so much this residue of energies in the 3D when you come home from work or school, whatever it is, being around people you don't particularly want to, even just being around a lot of people and you don't want to be around a lot of people. And maybe you're an empath, okay? So even if they're good people, it's still overwhelming. You know, I've dealt with a lot of anxiety because of that. Like, I'm just so sensitive to energies, even if it's good energies. It's very overwhelming for me because I feel like this need, like, to connect with every single person that's in that room. And I'm like, oh God, I can't do it. It's too much, you know. But as an empath who grows and evolves, you learn to tune in when you want to tune in and tune out when you want to tune out. So it's mastering that. So integration, this message comes up a lot, and letting go as well. Those two things are extremely important. If like not like, that's like first phase spirituality, letting go, integration. Okay. And we all need this sacred space. We can't be creative. We can't use that fire energy for anything. It comes up and we don't have a sacred space to get creative or do anything. So we just, you know, we just want to have sex or go watch porn or do whatever, drink, numb out, something, because we can't handle that energy. We have no outlet to express it. We have to have a sacred space. So even if you have to go rent a space so you can have space away from everything, everyone, like even your family, you love them, but you need, maybe you work at home and you're around everyone all the time. Maybe you need to take your office to another location or whatever it is. Sacred space. Whether it's your home or your workspace, you need a sacred space just to meditate, whatever, to get in tune with your own energies. If you don't have a place to be in stillness and silence and you're constantly being interrupted, you're not even going to know what you're thinking and feeling. Sacred space is very important for you to, before you can even do any of this. I wasn't able to do any healing or figure out what was wrong with me or anything until finally, I think like 10 years after I was infected, actually. I had to move around so much, and finally I'll be here in this house in August. It'll be 2 years. You know, I just recently, a couple months ago, figured out I had Morgellons. Thank God to my crazy dad who believes in UFOs and all that shit, and I believe it all and none of it. Like, I'm there. That's full integration. So I've had this sacred space, this time in this sacred space, enough time to get to this point where, you know, empowerment, healing, unification, integration, being able to let go. Like, I was codependent. I couldn't let go. I had, issues, 3D issues like everybody else, but I'm not there anymore. And I want to help you guys not be there. So, you know, I want this to be more than just a card reading. That's why I go so long. I want to be very clear. If there's any questions, email me about the reading, not about, do you have a timeline for the twin flames? No, I don't have any answers for that, because I don't think that's really divine. Even if you do get a date, because we got to realize the 3D, people can panic and all that stuff. So if I do get a date, I don't even share. I did one time, but that was a small little thing. Okay. So it was in 5 days. It'll all be over. If you guys saw that video and you know about the Zuka and everything. So anyway, sacred space. Okay, so I think this is really the most important message, okay, of the whole reading. You're not going to be able to integrate. You're not going to be able to let go. You're not going to be able to have union, reunion, get in touch with your intuition. All this stuff only happened for me after, and I did a vision board. I let go of lack mentality. I surrendered to God. That's how I got this place. My sacred space. And that was the beginning of all of this for me. Learning I was a twin flame, all of it. It starts with the sacred space. And God will take you away and put you somewhere else, or take people out of your life if you... Okay? Surrender to God. Surrender the lack mentality. And don't think, oh, beggars can't be choosers. Because I get Section 8. I'm a beggar, right? I'm a loser, outcast. But I'm a master manifester, and I placed all my furniture in a diagram of this house that I saw on Craigslist. When I finally came back to it 6 months later, when I released, surrendered to God, when I almost died, and I said, I'm surrendering lack mentality of this beggars can't be choosers, and I want the place that I first saw, and I knew it was only 10 minutes from my twin flame because we had already been together, and he was looking forward to me moving here. But this is the only place in 6 months, and I looked in every state in the country for 6 months straight on Craigslist. I had a shoulder problem because I was in a camping chair with this laptop leaning forward. My Craigslist shoulder. I swear to God, I will never get on. I can't say never, but never get on Craigslist ever again. I was on that every day for 6 months straight. No joke. I had to have baby daddy's mama help me babysit my son because I was busy on Craigslist looking for a freaking place to live. And when I finally surrendered to God, the next day she emailed me because it must have been rented out for 6 months, because 6 months later it came back up. The lease must have been up. It was back on Craigslist again, and boom. It all happened perfectly, divinely timed, everything. But I manifested that. I released lack mentality, beggars can't be choosers. I said, no, I don't even want my second choice. I want my first choice, and that's what I'm going to get. And I drew the pictures of everything, every single room. I knew exactly where everything was going to go as soon as I got all my stuff here. And that's the most powerful message. And it's kind of making me emotional because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have that. And that's the only thing that's impeding their healing right now. So I'm going to pray for all of you right now who don't have a sacred space, that believe that you can have that. And I'm praying for you now, and you pray for yourself if you hear this and you need a sacred space. I am praying for you that you will find that. God will take you away. God will take people away. Whatever God needs to do for you to survive, because we cannot survive without a safe, sacred space. And I pray that for the collective, for all of humanity, to have a sacred space, all their own, no matter what it looks like, just their own sacred space. Maybe it's a special spot you go to in nature. I pray for everyone to find their sacred space, to ignite their process of healing, so that they can arrive at this beautiful place in which I find myself now. In Jesus' name, amen. And I don't even know how long that was. I can't even see the timer unless I put it up here. Let me see. Oh, that was about an hour. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not sorry. I mean, that was about as long as it goes. But yeah, I got a little emotional. If I scare people, you know, I'm not trying to scare people. If I worry people, if I whatever people trigger, even if they have a good reaction, that has nothing to do with me, okay? This is the projection, reflection, projection, reflection. We're all mirroring each other, okay? Which is a dream I had when I was napping yesterday. I felt like I was in this ancient Greek place because it seemed like marble all around. And I kept hearing mirror. This woman, it was like she was describing the features on these different items. And I was like, is that plastic or something? And I looked closer because it was kind of shiny. And it was like soapstone. It was like this, like a water vessel, kind of squarish, you know, like not round, kind of squarish like that. And then kind of came up and had like a little neck. And I recognized it as like it looked kind of like soapstone or clay. It was earthen, but it was kind of shiny. So it looked like soapstone and the colors and stuff. And I could see inside it. And it was empty. And she kept saying, like she was describing the features of a product, and la 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 la, mirror, la da 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 da, mirroring, mirror, like 4 or 5 times, mirror, mirroring. Okay, so it was empty vessel, and she kept saying the word mirror. So if you do the work, your twin does the work. Do you understand? You have to do the work to create that thing to reflect back to your twin so they can reflect back to you. It's the palace of mirrors. It's the projection, reflection. So, what are you going to project and reflect? You need to do this. You can't wait on your twin. You have to do this for your twin to do it. If you feel like you're getting bad stuff from your twin, no, you power up your superpowers and you project and reflect the love and light of God. No matter what comes at you, you just keep doing. They don't have a choice but to reflect that back at you. Because that's natural and spiritual law. That's the way it goes. No matter what, it doesn't matter how many times they keep trying to give you shit and garbage, you just keep projecting and reflecting love and light back to, and they won't have a choice. Eventually, they have to surrender at some point and reflect love and light. Because that's all they're getting pelted with consistently. And that's what God's doing with all of us. But man, it'll burn us up. And pound their asses into the ground. Boom, boom, boom. Flood, fire, famine, pestilence, whatever it takes. If you're a hard-headed Capricorn like me, you almost gotta die how many damn times? I don't want that to be for other people. Don't be agnostic and skeptical and all this stuff, because I'm telling you, I'm trying to help save other people all the time, and effort and heartache and killing themselves, like literally murdering themselves, okay? Not killing themselves for a job, like working hard. I mean, okay? I'm not out here. I'm not a twin flame fluff girl, okay? I'm not a twin flame fluffer. Sorry. Go to another channel if you want that. We got to do the work over here. That's what there ain't no fear in this dojo, is there? No, sensei. God's sensei, right? And there's no fear. There's no defeat. There's no regret. There's no mercy. I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about the path. It's a long, hard, hot road, but you have to know that you can survive it. And you reap your rewards at the end. You know, we may not get reward here. as close to a sense of, tangible 3D reward as you can get. For me, that's nature. That's why I love the shamanic, because animals and nature, that is God. And it's everywhere all around us, but it's being destroyed. Gaia is healing, okay? Gaia is healing as well. So we better do the work too. Because we want to be jiving. As Gaia's healing, we need to be healing. Because we want to enjoy it, right? This heaven on earth that we're being promised. The promised land. The new earth, whatever we want to call it. The kingdom. It's here and now. It's right here, right now. But there's a lot of shit that needs to be burned up, washed away. Okay? In the world, It's only outside of us because we let it infect us and get inside of us. Just like the Morgellons, okay? Being all caught up in the 3D and not my health and so all this time until now, until I have my sacred space and now can actually, right? Now it's not coming out into the world like it used to be when I was in the 3D. Now that I'm in the 5D, I'm aware all this is happening. Now I'm transmuting it. I'm not going to leak that poison out into the world. When we're stuck in the 3D, we leak our poison that's inside of us out all around us. That's why we have war and all that, because we let the infection get inside and then we express the infection. If we're consciously aware that we've been infected, whatever the infection of the mind, whatever it is, then there's ways that we need to clear that, heal that, transmute that, so that we don't put poison out into the world. We have to be consciously aware of what we need to heal. If we're not conscious, then our actions won't be conscious, and we're going to be putting poisonous thoughts, emotions, actions out into the world. And that's why it's so ugly. Okay? So, starts with the self, and it goes outward into the world. That's how we stop war. That's how we end hunger. That's how, right? We have to master ourselves. This is not just some book written by, what's his name? Called Self-Mastery. Okay? Yeah, Google Books. When Akata came through me, that word, it came out of me 3 times when I was in the hallway. I'm re-explaining this, yes. I was in the hallway with my son, cuddling, laughing, giggling, tickling, rolling around on the floor, and something bubbled up in my throat, and like cat was coming up and and it just went Akata, like, because he doesn't speak, and so I'll just play around like that sometimes, and but usually with real words, like I'll call my little booger beans or different things, okay? But Akata, Akata, Akata. And for, I think, 3 days, and it was probably on the 3rd page, the 3rd website down, okay, always 3s. And it was a book by, it's on Google Books, Akata. Okay, the name of the book is Self-Mastery, but I'm forgetting the author right now. I knew the last name, but I'm forgetting right now. But I've only read excerpts on Google Books. I could probably order it at my library. That would be very interesting if they actually already had it. But Akata is the name that they used in Lemuria for God, and it means the architect. So these are the magical things that happen on your journey that blow your mind, that give you laugh cries. You feel like a crazy lady going out of your mind because you just think some random thing comes out of your mouth, but you're like, that was just too weird. Like, you have these supernatural experiences, and they are powerful, and they are pushing you to embody the highest form of your essence in the flesh without, you know, becoming enlightened and shedding the flesh, you know, when you're ready to do that and you've experienced all that you want to experience down here and you feel like you've learned everything. We don't have to die a painful, horrible death. We can live to be 800 years old and just when we want to okay, be ready to shed our fleshly vessel, just like when we're ready to get married or ready to have a child, you know, go out on our first day, when we're ready to have sex for the first time, whatever, you know. Ready to go to the strip club. I don't know, whatever. Just, you know, when you're 18 and your dad takes you to the strip club when you're a boy. I hear that story over and over. It's so just disgusting, right? But it's such a common thing. Boys turn 18 in America and their dad takes them to the strip club. Great. Wonderful. What we're teaching young men and women. So we need to unteach a lot of stuff, right? The empty vessel. We have to empty ourselves out and unteach all this stuff, like deprogramming, okay, in order to get the truth and the true lessons and the true information from God. You can decipher it through the Bible, you use your intuition, all different kinds of things. Look at your own experience in life and what's happened. And sit down and write it out, think it out, play it as a movie in your head. I mean, every life is fascinating, including yours. Sacred space is very important. And they're really good at answering my prayers. So I hope to hear back from some people that watch this that say they found a sacred space. Because I just love, as a Capricorn, evidence that, oh yes, this is, you know, the team's like, I know, how much confirmation does a girl need? I know, so that's my hard-headed Capricorn nature. What can I say? And I have to feel it, Cancer moon, and be excited about it, Sag rising. Also Venus and Neptune in Sag. So the things that I love and the things I dream about are things that have to do with teaching and healing. That's all I've ever known my whole life. So anyway, that was enough. We've gone on for, it's 1:22. Okay. I was going to say, as long as it's under an hour and a half, then, you know. Okay, so I'll do a oracle reading for the fixed signs. But what I think I'll do is shuffle. You guys have seen me shuffle enough because this was long, the tarot one. I'll make the oracle portion a little shorter, so I'm going to shuffle the cards and then have them all laid out and then start recording. So it's just, you know, like a little 20-minute one or whatever, okay? And I'll shuffle, lay them out, do all the magic, you know, how they come out and everything, and just then get a sense of the energies and the message, which will probably coincide with this, and then I'll post that for you guys. So I don't want anybody else to be jealous if I don't do that long of a tarot for it just however long it comes out, but it's usually ends up, the tarot, you know, the message is usually about an hour to an hour and 15 to 20 minutes, and that's how I do my tarot readings as well. They usually last about that long, but they usually include oracle too. And those are $45, and if you refer someone, once they book, you get an $11 refund, or you can use that $11 towards another reading, or if you purchase one as a gift for someone else, you can use it towards that. So I will leave my information below in the description box. Also, email me if any sacred spaces come up. Good news of sacred spaces for people. I love to hear good news. So, all right. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.